The use of human subtle energies in healing processes has been known throughout history and has received many different names. Nonetheless, in spite of the name, the mechanism behind it, it's basically the same. So let's study how energy healing works. Hello, I'm Nancy Trevelato. Here in this channel we talk about spiritual matters and how they connect with our day-to-day life. Today we are going to talk about healing and how our minds, or better saying, our subtle energies can be used in healing processes. This has received many different names throughout history, just a few of them like Qigong, therapeutic touch, Reiki, Johrei, or the laying of hands. But the name is not important. There is always one that is more in fashion than another, but the mechanism behind it is usually very much the transference of energy from one individual who has the ability to control their energies and therefore to focus on what their energy should accomplish to an individual who is in need of those energies. There had been lots of research in regards to this topic. I think it's worth saying. It's not something that we just affirm and there are no confirmations. One of the researchers that studied this, just to mention a name, is Dr. Valerie Hunt. She was a medical doctor, an American medical doctor. She's no longer here in this dimension, but there are so many other studies I am not going to cite. I especially like Dr. Valerie Hunt. But to understand how this works, I think the best is that we make an analogy with some of the therapies that we use or methods that we use in healing here in our physical lives. For example, let us think about how injections work. What is the process of injection? So depending on the illness, depending on the individual's age, body mass, depending on the sensitivities of the individual, we would apply injections for different purposes. And there are many facets involved in this. For example, what type of needle or size of needle? How should that be applied? More vertical or more horizontal? Subcutaneous? Intramuscular? Intravenous? Is that for a therapy, for healing a process, or is that more like a vaccine or helping to build up some sort of immunology? In addition, what drug is applied? What concentration of that drug? How is that going to work? So all of these same complexities and all of these factors and many, many more are applied when we are talking about the transmission of energy or transference of energy from one person to another. Actually, we are talking about something that is even much more complex and has many more variables because we are not talking only about a physical process. In the case of injection, we are talking about a very basic physical treatment for the physical body. In the case of energy, we may be trying to tackle a situation of the physical body of a person or energy body or some dysfunction in the chakras. We may be even trying to tackle a situation that happens in the energy field, meaning the non-physical area around the person that may be influencing. So we would apply our energies in the same way that we would apply an injection, but with a lot of attention and care to identify what is needed to be done. What is the condition of the individual? How deep should that energy penetrate? With what intensity? With what quality? What information should be there? So healing processes are something that is very natural to us. Since, the beginning of humankind, we have been applying energy to heal. And sometimes we will resort to prayer to do that, or to very strong concentration, or to meditation, or to emitting energies directly, which is the best when we know how to do, or to sending energies at a distance. The fact is, this not only has been used since ever, But many times it happens spontaneously, just by wishing something. Some individuals who have their energies more loosened and who have the right quality, the right characteristics in their energies to perform such a healing, they may, just by focusing and wishing something, to be able to accomplish that healing. The enveloping of the many different strategies, techniques, and sometimes concentrating on symbols and rituals, this is just a way of bringing confidence to the individual or teaching them how to focus on what is the goal. But when we sense our energies and we know how to emit and how to penetrate the area we want to create an effect on, we do not need any specific mechanism or ritual. We simply go and do it. It is possible to learn how to emit energies with healing purposes. Nonetheless, we need to acquire the proper experience to be able to decipher precisely where the energies should be directed towards, how deep they should go, when it should be more intense, what are the differences in the quality or information that we should put in the energy. But having said that, I'm not trying to imply we need to be perfect to do some sort of healing. We need to be balanced and able to deal with the situation that is in front of us. Sometimes there are individuals that they want to help others, but they are not prepared. So they help someone, but they fall ill or they sense the energies of someone else, and that may affect them a lot. So we need to know a little bit of self-defense, a little bit of how to cleanse ourselves afterwards. Because in the moment we are healing, it's like a medical doctor. You are there, you are in contact with the patient. You are somehow exposed to the situation. But later on, you know the hygiene conditions, you know you have to take a shower and cleanse yourself, you know when to use a mask. Same thing with energy. We need to learn how we should proceed before and after so that we have better chances of being stable the whole time. But we also need to know when we are at our normal balance, at our best, so that we are not going to transfer to the other person energies that are contaminated. I guess the number one thing we should always be very focused on is not trying to interfere with the person's free will, trying to improve their condition, try to bring to them more well-being, more lucidity, more awareness, more strength of their personality so that they can decide what they want and fight for being better. This is what we want. But we do not want or should not want to try to interfere with a person's life. We all can use these methods in whatever way we know. And if you do not know any method, it's simply something that is inside of you, your energy that you wish to transfer to someone, but you need to have a focus, a goal. You have to know what you are trying to achieve. And as I said, we want to achieve something good without interfering. But you need to know, is it someone who is deeply depressed and you want to give more vitality? Is it someone who is in the terminal state of cancer and you want to alleviate pain and make the person feel a little bit better? Is it someone who is not sleeping well and may be experiencing some interference of negative energies and messing up with their sleep, for example, and you want to cleanse that? All of these are possible situations, but you want to identify what is the situation. And when you do not know, you need to at least have a rough idea. There are many cases, for example, in which I was trying to help somebody and the person is blocked. For example, a chakra is blocked. Or there is some interferences that are creating some sort of obstruction in the person's energy. And therefore, the energies don't flow properly. So we need to know how to concentrate, how to put more intensity until we break that obstacle that is there and the energies can penetrate. So experience is key, But even without technique and without experience, just by instinct, you can do it. You have a son, you have a daughter that is in need of help, you can do it. You have a friend that is deeply depressed, you can try to transfer something good. But these are situations in which we have to act. But when you are going to do that optional or as a profession, it's quite important that we know all of the details involved in that, so that we protect whoever is being healed and ourselves. I hope this gives you some idea about the energy healing process. If you wish to learn this type of techniques, I suggest you check the International Academy of Consciousness courses. I'm going to leave for you information in the description of this video. And I wish you gain lots of control of your energies and apply them for the best. Thank you very much for being with me. I see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.